everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the second edition of Rubbish Revival. So today, this is a project that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now, and I'm so excited to get it done. I don't know if I'll be able to finish in one sitting because so much of it depends on drying time and stuff. So we'll just see how it goes. If I don't finish it in this video, then I will come back and finish it in a later video. So, because I haven't gotten a new editing equipment yet, a new program yet, and YouTube is cutting us off pretty soon here. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that word. Anyway, I'm really excited to share with you. So what it looks like I have is a bunch of PCV pipe, and that is true. My brother is making me an overhead camera stand so that I'll be able to film a little bit better, and we're making it out of PCV pipe. Well, these are pieces of the pipe that was left over, and he cut them down for me. He cut these on an angle for me, and he did very well because he did it with a handsaw. And then he cut these two little pieces out for me here. So this is what we have. Now, I do have this piece. I also got this piece right here, which is a coupler piece, but this is going to be for a hairdryer and a curling iron, which I have neither one at the moment. So I just thought I would hold off because I would never get finished with it if I didn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these together. I'm going to decorate with some shells. I'm also going to use some napkins that I have. And I'm going to use some distressed ink. They're called Weathered Wood. It's a really pretty beach color. And I'm going to use some of this crappy white paint that I don't like too well, but I'm going to use it anyway because I don't want to waste. So the first thing I'm going to do is sand down all these rough edges. That's why the plastic bag is underneath me, because I don't want white dust all over everything. So basically we're just going to sand this down to get a smooth edge, because you know you don't want to stick your hands on this either. And this is a sanding block that I got from, you know, the one place that I always go to, Dollar Tree. This is a good deal for $1. So I'm just going to sand all the rough edges off of it on the top and the bottom, because it's going to need to sit sturdy. So I'm going to do all the pieces of that, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm finished smoothing them all, sanding them all down. So this is a real important step. You want to do this so that you don't get any owies, you know, any scratch marks. Whoops, found one little place. You know, you want to be safe about it. So just make sure you got all the little edges done and everything. I found another place. I had to smooth it out. Now the next thing I'm going to do is take a baby wipe and wipe them down. Just to get all the dust off of it. And you notice I changed bags. But I want to make sure that they're nice and wiped down. All the little dust is off of it. Because I'm going to be using E6000 on it. And I want to make sure that the glue sticks real well. Man, I got one place in here I just really missed. I got that on my table. Oh well. So I'm just wiping all these edges down. Now I'm not really putting this on any kind of base or something right now. I might later on go back and decide to put a base on it, but I don't think I am right now. Okay. So I got all this wiped down. Wipe my table off a little bit here. Get rid of that. So the next step will be to paint this. And I'm not going to really paint all of it because it's already white. But as you notice, it's got like writing on it. And I'm afraid my napkins are going to show through because I'm going to Mod Podge my napkins on there. So I'm just going to put a little white paint on this. And now I will tell you, I did lightly sand over the outside. And I smoothed it off, but I wanted to give it some tooth to be able to hold the paint. I could have gessoed it too, but I just didn't want to waste my gesso. So, and I think, you know, I don't really care if it gets all covered up or not, but I just want to get it a little bit covered up so that it doesn't come through the napkin. And then just give it a nice little coat of paint. Ooh, and my hands. So I'm just brushing a little bit, and it is adhering to it, so I think that did the trick just by lightly sanding it, so that it'll have, the paint will have something to adhere to. And hopefully it won't take long for this to dry. But I love taking something to make something that I truly need and that would have been thrown away or wasted or something, and turning it into something else that I do need. So, did that make sense? Because, you know, I don't know. I work all day. Okay, so I'm going to set this one to the side and let it dry. Then work on this one. So I'm just going to keep doing this to all of them. And when I finish painting, I will be right back. Okay guys, so I'm finished painting. And it didn't cover everything, you know, really well. But it still covered it a little bit. And you know what? I can always make that the back. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is for me, and as long as I'm happy with it, I'm good. So, the next step we're going to do is get the Mod Podge and move this over here. We'll do one piece at a time. And we're going to do this one first. Now, I need to go, I thought I had my big sponge brush here. Let me get my brush. I like to use foam brushes with my Mod Podge because, I don't know, it just spreads better. And I think I'm just going to take it right out of the jar. I don't have a little container around me right now. So, yeah, I'm just going to take it right out of the jar. But first, we're going to find out. Take that off. Yuck. Okay. Like I said, guys, this is no time for a practice run because I only have this little bit of pipe, so it is what it is. I am just creating on a fly. I think I'll start with one of the little pieces and show you what I'm doing. And then, so basically we're going to take the napkin, and just like I did with the cards or anything else, we're just going to line it up and see how much we want on there. These are the same up on all 4 squares. So I know that 1 square is not going to be enough to go all the way around it. Maybe 2 squares. Okay. So I'm going to cut my napkin before I peel the layers off, because it separates a lot better that way. So I'm just going to cut this off. Cut it in half. And I already know it's a little bit long, but that's okay. We can adjust that too. And when you cut the napkins, a lot of times the layers are going to want to go ahead and peel off, like this one's doing. It's already coming apart. So let's just take them apart. I think this is a 3-ply napkin. It is. So we need to take one more layer off. That was really easy. And I'm going to save that to try to smooth it out a little bit. So where'd my little thing go? Okay, so I want to put, kind of line the edge up with the edge. And if it goes over, that's okay. We'll just put a little Mod Podge on it. And push it over the edge like that. Okay, but we do need to cut some of it off. So we're just going to cut about that much of it off. Should have measured it. But I learned something from my good friend Tracy Phillips, who was Gift Basket Appeal here on YouTube. She does a lot of Mod Podge projects and stuff. And she always says, that's okay. Because it's just, well, in this case, plastic, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna decorate it with some shells and other things, and if there's mistakes on there, it's okay. So I'm gonna cut about that much off this side. All right. So I'm gonna start in the back. And I'm probably going to put a very liberal coat of Mod Podge on here to make sure it sticks. Usually I don't like to put too much, but in this case, I don't think you can put too much. So I'm just going to lay that down. And it's still a little bit too long, but I'll just fold the edges over like that. Trying to keep it even so we don't get too much wrinkles in it, but you know, if it's got wrinkles in it, that's okay too. Like I said, I just didn't want it to be white. I could have put it together without anything, but I didn't want that. And you do have to be careful because it will tear. Whoops. Maybe put a little bit more Mod Podge right there. On this side. This is the back. So the back's really not that important because I'm going to be gluing that with E6000 together to the other part. Okay. So I just want to straighten it up a little bit. And I'm going to smooth this out with the tissue so it doesn't tear. And if it tears, it's okay. We'll cover it up. Because I got a little tear right there. Okay. And then I'm just going to put just a little bit around the edges. And push this down. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the bottom. Now I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I come back, and I am going to hit it with Mod Podge on top of the napkin, of course. And you do have to be careful because if you use your hands, it will rip, especially if you get any Mod Podge on your hands. Okay, so there we go. That's going to have to dry, but that's what we have so far. And my hands are sticking to it. I'm going to have to get a baby wipe over here. Where'd my baby wipes go? And wipe my hands off. Because if your hands are sticky at all, it will tear your napkin. And you don't want it to do that. Okay. So let's do a big one now. Now, obviously my napkin is not going to cover this all up. So, where's the one I cut in half? We're going to see about how far it comes up. I think what I'm going to do is glue this to the top around here, like this. And then, I might put some little shells around the top of it. And we'll let the bottom, I'll put something else at the bottom, maybe a band off one of the other ones. So we're going to separate the napkin. We don't have to worry about this one being too long, just a little bit wide. Okay. And so we're going to start here at the top. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be out of frame. We're going to start at the top and work our way around, find out where we want the picture to be. And I think I want the sand, sea, and sun to show on this one. So I'm going to just take a little Mod Podge and start layering it on there. Trying to keep a smooth coat on it, because that sort of prevents some of the wrinkles when you keep it smooth and you don't have a whole lot of lines on there. But okay, so we want the sand, sun, and sea in the top. I'm just going to lay that on there, nice and easy. Take the paper and smooth it instead of my fingers so I don't tear it. Okay, and then roll it on around, and then pick up on this side where I left off. I'm going to do this one, and we'll figure this one out, and then I'll finish the rest of them off camera and then come back and show you so it won't be so long watching me apply a napkin to my PCV pipe. Trying to lay it down as careful as I can so I don't get too many wrinkles, but if I get a wrinkle, oh well. It adds character. That's what I say. And I forgot to cut some off, but that's okay. We'll just do it now. Very carefully. Okay. Okay, so that's what we have on this one. So I'm going to take my little towel and just smooth it out. Try to get some of the wrinkles out of it. Like I said, if I don't get all my out, it's okay. I am not going to worry about it. So I think what I'm going to do is glue these like this. And then glue the little ones on the side like that. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it all out when they get them all dry. Okay, all I'm going to do is do the same thing I did on these. Cut the napkins and put them on there. And then when I get through, I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I have them all done. And this is what I have so far. They're not completely dry. So I need to let them dry before I move on, because I don't want to tear the napkins. They do have like a little wrinkled edge to them, but you know what? I kind of like it. It reminds me of worn sea, you know, just worn out beach something, and I really like the look so far. So I'm going to let these completely dry, and then I will be back to do the next step, which is decorate them. You know, I do have some areas of white on the top. I didn't quite go high enough on this one, but you know what? It's okay. I will fix it. So anyway, I'm going to let these dry, and then I'll be back. Hey guys, so I'm back. So this is taking a really long time to dry, and I am not going to be able to finish it in one sitting. So we're going to call this part 1, and then I will have part 2 up on Thursday. So make sure you come back Thursday and catch part 2. And so basically all I did today was sand the PVC pipes down, try to paint it a little bit. I used fine grit sandpaper to sand the sides down so that it would hold paint. And use better paint than I use, because I really don't like that paint I used. But anyway, and then Mod Podge my napkins on. And it just takes a long time drying. This PVC pipe is just, it's being a booger. It's just taking a long time to dry. But it is adhering nicely, so it is staying on there. But it's just too long for me to sit here and wait and try to get this video up for you guys on Wednesday. So I'm going to do this part today, and then I'll have part 2 up on Thursday. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've not joined my channel yet, please do so by clicking the subscribe button. And I appreciate all of you who come and watch my videos every day. So I will see you soon. God bless. Bye.